All right, we're back, and we're talking about the Gun Show Loophole Tour. One of the ways that we're recycling and rehashing some of our adventures is by going into our stuff and pulling out some of the leftover, some of the stuff that we had that we were sending out to our Patreons, some of the stuff that we were leaving behind at gun shops, stuff that we collected for free mostly, a couple of things that we paid for along the way, and we collected it up and we divvied it out into 5 piles. We're going to sell those on our Gear website store as a way to kind of pay off some of the bills that we created along the way, and as a way to rehash some of to bring up in discussion some of the places that we went and some of the adventures that we had. So we've been doing that, and we've been doing that for 2 videos so far, and that's been 40 minutes. So we're not going to need to cover everything in these videos. Eventually, maybe they'll get shorter. Let's find out. So in this, and it's mostly the same stuff in these piles, so it shouldn't be that long for this one. But we'll dig into this pile, and we're going to call this one package number 3. We'll start out with the decal, and this is the decals that Alan Anker made up for us over in California for our tour in 2018. And the idea was that they made up these. I don't think I have them in everybody's, but a business card and then a sticker. This is a decal, but a sticker version. And we could hand off that package to them and say thank you, that little bundle. Say thank you for taking the time to let us take pictures or whatever, and then we'd leave. And the idea is that some gun shops have a place for stickers or they do something with them, and we gave them something to leave a mark behind. But then we have a lot extra, and we made a lot, and we didn't use that many. So I've got a bunch extra. You're getting one of those. Now we also made up some regular stickers for the 2017 tour. We haven't really looked at these. We just kind of blow through them on the other videos, but kind of designed to look like a highway sign and talks about some of the statistics of the tour. Now the 19 tour, I did more like going with the loophole, like a cereal box. Went with that. And then with this one, we went with this kind of loophole. And this was the 18 logo. So we had 16 was the donut, 17 was the signs, then the loopy thing, and then the cereal. This year I haven't really made up a design yet. Next we got a Don't Tread on Me. I'm pretty sure this came from Alan Anker, but I'm not sure. And this one is a bunch of business cards. So I'm going to do those at the end. And that's how this whole thing started, is I was going through some business cards and I thought, hey, I should do something where we go through the business cards and we talk about the places that we got these business cards. And I had these business card holders that we picked up for free at SHOT Show this year. And I started sticking business cards in them. And then look what happened. There's this many business cards. So we'll go through and we'll dig into this business card taco at the end of the video. We'll just whip through the rest of these stickers as fast as possible because, like I say, we've done 40 minutes of videos talking about most of these. Wind River, the cool gun shop in Wyoming, and the sticker that they sell that we bought there. BMC Tactical, our friends in Albuquerque, a couple of stickers. They don't let me buy them. They just give them to me all the time, but I pass them along. We got Billings Army Navy, one of the places in the country that have our cards for sale. They liked our cards and asked if they could buy some to sell, and that's a whole nother story. We won't get into it, but cool shop. AZ Firearms, another great gun store, not just because Cheryl and Dan are great advocates and travel constantly and are out there advocating for Second Amendment in ways that nobody else even is, but because their gun shop is so dang awesome. It's a really cool gun shop. Got the Illinois State Rifle and Pistol Association since 1903. One of the oldest state organizations. You got this museum in Cody, which isn't as good as the Dug Up Gun Museum, which is also in Cody, Wyoming. Then you've got the gun store, one of my favorite shops in Vegas. Been there for a long time. Really quality sticker, too. I keep talking about how cool this shop is. Their stickers, awesome. We got these, which I've never talked about, but I keep saying they are in there. AZ Guns. This is another shop in Arizona that uses the abbreviation AZ for the state and gets away with it. Another gun shop, ATF convenience store. That's the name they use. They also got away with it. A little thing of notepad, I guess. A little thing of post-it notes. Yeah, that's what they are. From AZ Firearms. We got the Duelers from Gallitzins. And I got to pull one out. It's good that I'm going through these. Otherwise, I had like a whole stack of them here where I've doubled up for people. And that's probably why I have extras, because I probably screwed people along the way. I'm not good at this. Next we got Blount's Firearms. This place is in Roswell, New Mexico. Had a great conversation with this guy. His Google Maps had his shop over here, but his shop is really over here. And we had a conversation about Google and being a gun shop and stuff. And this was back, I don't even remember, 14 even? 15? That was a while ago. 16? It was a long time ago. ATF convenience store, that little round sticker. This is one of their others. He gave me basically a sample set. I thought about keeping this one because it's got the Boomba on it, but I'm passing it along. Capital Armory, big fan of this shop out of, why can't I just think of it? We've been talking about it forever. Austin, Texas. Another shop out of Texas. This one's out of Fort Worth. Really cool range. I really like this range. It's not a country club, but it's a really clean, nice, modern range. That's the Gallatin sticker. You can see their duelers there in the big one. The Haas USMC patch this time. Was the only patch really going out in these. This is a postcard that I bought at the Browning Museum, and it's a picture of the front of one of the buildings that still exists. I've touched this building so many times with my hands. I've touched the bricks. So this one is still in town, and there's a poster of, or a postcard of it. You're going to get one. Another decal from AZ Firearms. I guess it was I'm making sure I didn't have two in there. That was from other videos. I'm so used to touching the same stuff in these videos so far. Next we got Trinidad, a little brochure from the town in Colorado that me and Bob would meet up at. And then we got a little brochure from that same area of Colorado. Some Indiana state road maps, which were procured one night in Indiana, as well as the last SHOT Show that has ever been in the small convention center. Next year it'll be a much larger convention center. It'll be a different map completely. Whittington Center is a place in New Mexico, just south of Trinidad, Colorado, and this is just north of where they filmed the movie Red Dawn, and it's a massive shooting facility. It's also the third NRA museum, and I mean, I can't even tell you. I've been past it like 4 times that I didn't know it was there, and then I finally learned that it was right off the road I keep driving down. So now every time I go near there, I drive and check it out. Have yet to go shooting, though. Maybe one day we'll arrange some kind of a meet up and shoot where we all meet up and go shoot out there, and then go check out the Red Dawn shooting locations, and then go up and visit Dragon Man. How cool would that be? Let us know if you're interested in something like that. You could use the comments here or at guntube.org or over at Gunstreamer. Then we got a couple of schedules. These are the schedules from the Gun Rights Policy Conference. This first one is from the one up in Chicago, and then the next year in Phoenix. So you're going to take a little sample of all of this stuff and put it in the envelope. But as I alluded to earlier, we have a business card taco over here. And as we all know, there's definitely a contingent of people that believe tacos are sandwiches because any bun with a slice in it somehow constitute 2 pieces of bread. But here nor there, even though those people exist, it's legal for them to exist. We'll go through this stack of business cards and we'll see what started this whole thing. Like I say, I had a bunch of business cards and definitely not going to throw them away. I grabbed them to help people share the experience of the tour, but I decided to divvy them up, and then that turned into divvying up some stickers and then some brochures, and then turned into these envelopes. So next we're going to dig into this, and let's see if we can do it in less than 10 minutes. Otherwise, we're going to be up to an hour worth of talking about Gun Show Loophole Tour, which I guess is sort of the point, right? So first thing is this coffee ticket. And when Joe sees this, he's going to get pissed because I keep getting these free coffee tickets at Media Day, and then I forget to give them to anybody because I don't wait in line for the free coffee. When we're working like a well-oiled machine, I get my free stuff like this and I give it to Joe, and then he goes and waits in line and gets all this free stuff and he gets happy, and then I don't care. So I forgot to give it to him this year. You get it. I don't think it's good any longer though. I think it only lasted until 2:30. But if you get a time machine, you'll get some free coffee. Next, we've got a business card from MOA Targets, which is also ATF convenience store. We've got a business card from AZ Firearms. We've got one from Fox Valley Shooting Range, a very cool range, an indoor range in Illinois, just outside of Chicago. They have a pretty cool Instagram feed. And actually a really neat shop too. It's a modern shop. We got H&H, a really cool gun shop in Oklahoma City. It's really long. It takes up like 10,000, no, way more than that, 100,000 square feet. It's 26 ranges. It's huge. As you drive down the highway, you just keep seeing H&H, H&H, H&H. It's awesome. It's really cool. I love gun shops that are on the highway. You can't miss this one. So think about how many people drive east and west through Oklahoma City. All they have to do is look to their right if they're driving west and look to their left if they're driving east. And they're going to see that there's a giant gun shop and shooting range right there. I love it. Next, we get the internet press, news media, some things that we had set up in 2015. And I thought it was a great idea to put a calendar on the back. But pay attention to the calendar, and it's like getting a free press pass. We've got a couple of versions of the Allen Anchor business cards in here, and this is the multicam, very cool business card. They print business cards if you need them. Something called M6, I honestly don't know what that one is. Tactical Medic is a cool shop here in Phoenix, up in Phoenix. So if you need anything medical, this is what I'm going to recommend your go-to place. I don't know where this place is, but I thought it was cool that they did this as a business card. It gives you a little target. So if you don't like their business cards, you can at least shoot at it. You get another Allen Anchor card. This is a cool thing, too. They had a deck of cards, and on the back of the deck of cards is their business card. So they just buy decks of cards, make the back their business card, and then when you buy one, you get some suit. I think that's neat. You might be able to play a game or something with your customers or something like that. There's one of the Gun Show Loophole Tour cards that we would hand out. They would say, thanks for your hospitality, and let people know where to find the tour information online. We've got a couple, one from 2019 and now a plastic one from 2020. And these are from Crossroads of the West, the gun show promoters that do the SAR show and so many other gun shows out here in Arizona and Phoenix, or Arizona and California and Utah, and maybe more. So this is some of their shows in Arizona, little schedules. Brownells had these, and I don't remember where I got these, but I got these sort of diagnostic targets. It's almost in a business card shape. It's too wide, so it's not going to fit in most business card holders. And speaking of that, there's a cool little shop in West Phoenix. But I don't know where they came up with this idea of a square business card. So it's called Hits and Misses. Cool little shop, West Phoenix, and goofy square business card. Next, we get the Centennial Gun Club, one of the gun tree clubs. This one's in Denver. I've been to a couple of the gun tree clubs, one in Austin, one in Denver. Vegas. They're neat. It is definitely neat to see an upscale, fancy place to go shooting. I just can't afford it. I guess we got one in Tucson, in Phoenix also. How many people have a Dragon Man business card? You will. Next up is a cool little thing that says, hey, you don't want to let CCW in, then you don't get our money. So in other words, something you can leave behind that says respectfully, you're an idiot for not letting people in with guns, because we've been vetted. Next is when I was doing the Gun Show Loophole Tour and sending stuff out to people, spending their money at gun shops and gun shows, one of the things we bought was the little green can locker. So it's basically a bolt setup that you would buy from this guy in a little plastic bag for like $20 or $10 and create a lock mechanism for your ammo cans. And it worked on pretty much any ammo can. You just had to drill a hole. Then we got Marengo guns, actually a couple of business cards. And every once in a while we have a giveaway where we have the shotgun shell phone chargers or the battery banks that look like a big shotgun shell. And that's from Marengo. I forget who recommended I check out Marengo guns, but check them out on the 2018 tour when we were up there for the Gun Rights Policy Conference. Very cool gun shop for being just outside of Chicago. Just really cool and just a good gun shop. Lots of stuff, just everything you want out of a gun shop. I could go into it for a long time. Then we got another one from Allen Anchor. This one is the Midnight or the Black multicam. So it's in person. It's really an intricate design on that one. Here's a business card from Weddington Center, the NRA range in New Mexico. Got one from a gun shop that is in Tombstone, Arizona, called Ponchos. We got T. Miller's, another shop in Tombstone. This is one of the shops that has our cards for sale. We've got BMC Tactical in Albuquerque, one of our friends, shops that we visit every time we're in Albuquerque. We got the OK Cafe, just a little shop I usually take people to when we're in Tombstone. Got a Gunstreamer business card. Not everybody gets one of these. And then a U.S. Shooting Academy in Tulsa. Business card for that. Got a Gallitzon's business card from that cool shop with the stickers. Another Dragon Man card. This one is for his museum. We got another business card, this time from AZ Guns. Gun owner checked, right? Some information on the back. And it's another one of those, if you're going to put up a no gun sign, respectfully, here's why you shouldn't. And then one from Capitol Armory, that shop in Austin. And then last, a shop we haven't talked about yet, Guns and Guitars. This one's in Nevada, north of Las Vegas. I found this shop on the way back from 2018, coming down from visiting Dead Horse in Salt Lake City and coming down into Las Vegas. Guns and Guitars is a little shop right on the border there. And as it implies, it's about half gun shop, half guitar store. Thought that was pretty neat. I don't know enough about that area. It seems like it's probably a lot of back and forth traffic for people that are going, between the two states, because there's very few roads up there. But I'm not sure if that was, a decision, or why the decision. It'd be a neat interview to talk to somebody about a shop like that that's 50-50. Anyway, so these are designed to go into this little true spec business card holder. Now, that one definitely won't go in because it's too long. I don't think I'll be able to get them in here. Most of them, maybe. Well, maybe I can get them all in here. It surprised me with how wide it would open up. There we go. So now you got a fat taco of business cards that, besides me, I don't know how many people are going to have that specific set of business cards. You will. I'm going to put that into here. We have 3 down. This one took 20 minutes, so we're basically an hour going back and talking about that Gun Show Loophole Tour for another hour. We're going to spread these out, so that's 20 minutes per week. Hey, if we catch somebody who's never heard about the tour before, maybe that'll give them incentive to go check out the websites where we post all that stuff. Maybe some of the old YouTube videos or videos over on gunstreamer.com or over on guntube.org. I have 2 more to go into, so we'll be doing those next. One of them is going to have a bunch of business cards in it as well. And then the other one is the granddaddy, the one that had, as I was dishing stuff out, this one got one of everything. So we'll probably have a lot of duplicates for sure, but a couple of extra things when we do that last one. These packages are going to be going up. We did 1 and 2 before. We just did number 3. That's the one we just went through. And these will be available at our gear website store, which is the shop online where we post the stuff that we either make ourselves or we design, or in this case, we've collected along the way. And we make it available so that we can keep doing what we do, which is trying to archive our Second Amendment history and give people some insight to our real Second Amendment, and not the Second Amendment that's trying to sell you something, except all the stuff that we try to sell you, because that's okay. Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what you think. We always thank you for your support. And thanks for watching. I pushed my finger up here so I know what button to push on my phone.